Well, hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius. Welcome to another episode from Workers and Resources, and this time without a camera because it's just for a short one. But we are going to do a few more things. It's nearing the end of April. It almost matches the day I'm recording it, well, barely here. But almost all tractors are at home because all fields look to be sown, which is a good news, I guess. It would be fine if we would be able to, fertilize those fields with liquid fertilizer, but we do not have that. We do not have that option because if I'm looking here, and we do have a liquid fertilizer factory, we do not have that much of, liquid fertilizer. We will do something about it, but it will be, it will be in a little while. So far, these guys are delivering, not only fuel, but also liquid fertilizer. And they are going to deliver it to... They are delivering directly to these farms. As you can see, there are currently no liquid fertilizer present. Because why would they, eh? And we have this big drum. But that drum has not, do awful lot. What we do have are a few things. One of those is that I completely forgot about this farm. And it's been for quite some time, so I probably should look into it. But there's a lot of unfinished business and I didn't want to tap into it. But we probably should do something about it in the future. Because this thing is standing here so long that it has its own 21% of wear and tear. And that's not a good sign. But hey, let's look out for more. We do have a lot of wagons, it seems. Yeah, these open ones. Which I really like them. And what we can do is we can actually send, the locomotive towards the depot. We can copy the locomotive, to actually do something before it gets home. Which is not an easy task because it will still need to get its own fuel, but that's fine. Let it refuel. But it's besides these wagons, these open ones, we also do have these cisterns, and that's something I am looking forward to. By the way, let me check one thing, because we do have 6 of these. They have more than enough capacity for cement, so those other cement wagons we are going to leave, and let's just enjoy a little bit our setup. And what we are seeing there are Holešovice, the part behind the river, and we need to start preparing it for moving in of citizens. Because what else can we do, right? One of those things is, and that I haven't thought about much so far, but we will need to do it, is heating. Because these heating plants are for Libeń and Karlín, and they will not be able to extend further out. And we do not need to contaminate other stuff like, the water sources for our city. But where to put it? Because there is no source of coal here, and there's already a lot of industries. And what I found out after thinking for a little moment, well, it was a longer moment, was that we can actually put it down here on that peninsula, because we needed at least 500 meters from the city, and this definitely is. 700 meters is better. So as long as I will keep this shoreline as, the end of possible houses, we are perfectly fine. However, we'll need to find out how to connect this together. Because we can have a big heating plant. This one is probably big enough. But we would need to, fuel it somehow. And I think I have found a way to do this. Because if we level this out in a little bit, so we can place buildings freely on it. I do not care much about the actual height there. What we can do is that we can simply drag those pipes under the riverbed and then have, you know, some pumps and actually do it. Good part is that these guys can produce 210 tons of gigajoule of heat. That means 210 tons, 210 gigajoules times 5 is 10,050 meters, cubic meters that it can produce. I remember this also, you know, based on some experiments and such stuff. And with this vanilla heating plant, the big one, it also matches the size of the heat water tank of the plant. It's not like that with other ones, like for example the small heating plant, it produces 42, but times 5 is 210, but that allowed the heating plant to go way too cold. It allowed it to go cold way too fast. So that's why it has been increased. It was probably on our demand in community, in semi-community update like 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe. Yeah, it's a long time. The same if you take a look at this guy. Yeah, here it matches. It's 5 times 140 is 700 cubic meters. So here it is fine. This small one, it shows 200, but again, early start, small heating plant is 30 gigajoules, so it's not 200 meters, but 150. And again, this smallest one, it shows 120 meters. Again, it needs to be bigger, so it doesn't grow cold that fast, but you know, you get the idea. Anyway, one thing is a heating plant, the second one is how to get coal here. And I really like this setup, because it feels, you know, very okay. And we have the coal storage here, but as heating plant will draw from there, the steel mill I mean, I would prefer to have an intermediate storage. And that's something we can place, and that's something we will try to place in here. I'm not saying we'll do it right now, but we will probably be able to do it once these trucks will, you know, go away. The only thing that, you know, needs to get processed are all of these guys, you know, all of the plastic. We can we actually speed it up? I think we would be able to, or we can simply just borrow this truck, use the depot that we have, and the same we can do for, you know, these guys, and actually start doing something with it, because I hope that this thing will not get clogged with plastics. Hopefully not. And we can simply tell them, what are you doing? Oh, you're another one from the distribution office. Cool. Because I have 2 of those, or maybe 3. You guys will load from here, and you will unload down there. You can wait until unloaded. It doesn't matter. You go, and you will let me know when you're empty. That's one of you guys. Then there's there's a third one. Cool. Come in. You will clean this one again. Load and unload at this storage. Wait until unloaded. Let me know. And then there are 2 more, I think. Yeah, there's the one. You load here and unload at this spot. No depot for you. And I stole a truck from here. Okay, we can take you up and maybe let you load and get brought here. Oh, you know what? Let's not do it. Let's keep it back, because we don't need this thing very much. But this is 23, 20, and 20, so it's almost like a full storage. So that's not a good idea. They will not be able to do it anyway, so we'll need to send the last truck probably somewhere else. But let them do it and let them work their way. But you cannot split, in a normal way, you cannot split cableways. What you can do, however, is to build them an intermediate storage, unload into it, and have multiple stuff, you know, taken from there. And that's exactly what I'm intending to do here. We'll probably after buffing these, we'll probably not need to expand those in any way. So let's present those options. This thing needs to get done first. So hopefully it will be fine. But you know what? Let's let them do their job and instead focus on another problem. And the other problem is sewage. We have nice sewage pipes down here, but they are almost all full. And technically you can transport sewage under the river to the other side, but there's very little point in doing so right here. Because we will need sewage to dump from all of these guys, and, you know, the city as well. And it would make sense to just have it, you know, downstream. What would be also, you know, a good thing to have is to maybe not drop the toxic water from those plants, but that's a little, it's maybe too generous. Can we actually, like, you know, yeah, this is a big thing. In reality, there is such a thing on this island around here, but I'm not sure we can even fit such facility. Oh, here we would be able to, but it would be one hell of a manning. So I'm probably not going to do it. Or, you know, we can have a small one. Yeah, that would be probably better. We can have a small one for, you know, just the toxic waste from all the industries. So it at least, you know, at least the toxic one is dealt with. And just show me some heights, because this is 2 meters. This is also 2 meters, so it's exactly the same. Not great, but we'll manage. Okay, we'll manage. So, come in. Small wastewater treatment plant. We will have it like this, maybe. Oh, we can mirror it and it would be much better. Yeah, by the way, what is the capacity? 165. Yeah, so the big one can do 165 times 2 is 320. Yeah, so it can do like 2.5 of these. I can even have 2 if I would really want to. Like, you know, 1 and a second one. Not a fan. But hey, we can absolutely do the 1 and be happy. I really like how this one looks, but I would need to, you know, do something with the route. It's not exactly a great option. Though, to be fair, if because this is just a bridge, it can absolutely be diverted, right? It can absolutely be diverted, because I would really love to have the big one. Okay, it was easier than I thought, and not easier. Very simple thing. There is no good way to go around, because we still need to build these. And even though I technically can connect them with only footpaths, I really want a road there, so that's where we are. And you know, also it's faster, shorter road. In terms of sewage, it's very easy. You can simply connect all of these. You absolutely do not need to. Like, there's probably one of them is enough, but hey, it will look good and it will look cool, so screw that. We still have the good thing as now that we have a lot of place to, you know, play around with this, and it will be needed, kind of, because as you can see, we are at around, you know, these are 250. Sometimes we are lower, but we can absolutely just, you know, go from multiple pipes to reach some of those switches, and I really mean switches, like, you know, this thing. If you take a look at where this thing stands, it stands at, you know, 277, 277, 260, and 224. This is the lowest one. So it would be fine to have those 224 and to have the last switch at least at that depth, which means this is probably a good height. That's one. And we can probably expand towards more. Like this is 270, so we should be absolutely okay. If we'll go at 230, which we can do right now. And I'm doing this and you'll see why. This is 280, so we are definitely good again. No, 218. Be it fine. And the last one, 3. It's probably okay because this is just the toxic wastewater, toxic water input. And what we need right now is try to connect this thing together. This is at 2 meters 10. This switch. This thing is at 2 meters 33. I will probably need a pump. I should not need a bigger pump than this, but we'll need a pump. You can see we have a lot of different heights. I will do probably this one. Should be fine. Now, when you do this, stress test those things. When it can be connected, you start on the upper part and to go to the lower part. When these things can be connected, you are fine. Even if you're not playing realistic mode, do this, like always. Second part, let's try to go from here to actually down there. It says, you know, it needs a proper angle. When I will go up here, it should be connected. And now you can see we still can connect. Because if I will go here, it shows a different value. I will do it. Now you can see we are at minus 4.17. That's why you have this open, the measuring tool. Down here, it's at the output, it's minus 117 right now. And that's a crucial point. Like, you know, this is lower than this, so it will work. But the problem is, you cannot build it right away because it shows not possible. You'll do something that is called schipka in our part. I don't know how this construction is called. You can Google it. It probably has a name. But this is a thing you can do in this game, as well as that's how you do it in reality. Now, we definitely do not need a big sewage output, but this one would be fine, so it's cool. Now, I know that we can connect these together. I will just chain them in right as we should. And now, all of these we should, you know, connect together. We do not need more of those. We should be absolutely okay. As you can see, we are at around 2 meters 70. This is as minus 0.82. That's probably like, you know, 3 meters less. And this is at minus 0.84. So it's, you know, 20 centimeters lower. So it should work. As long as it's downhill, it will work. So this is all connectable. And that's how you drain toxic wastewater. Because these are fixed. You cannot cheat the game by, you know, building this thing on the hill so it can flow downwards faster. We will need those. Don't take me wrong, we will need those, but we can place them where we want. So that's about it. I will now, before I will forget and then be confused at why it's not working, I will simply connect these. Well, not this one obviously, but hey, that's what we'll have. And this one is rotated in a completely stupid way. Well, I'll manage. Right? So, that's one lesson for you. This one is for, you know, sewage from the island. Because we do not need nothing more. These two are for the sewage from, you know, basically all of this. It should absolutely be enough. Even, you know, from uphill, we will be able to take it out. And I'm just thinking about adding one more towards here for the normal wastewater. It's probably not a bad idea. And there's a cute little spot up here, which we can do. And having rough edges, like, you know, steep edges, it actually helps to, you know, be able to accommodate all of these things. And yeah, this is a road. This is a tram road, but this is a road, so it feels okay. It feels accessible. I don't think we need two of these. If such situation would emerge, I will simply build another one, maybe on the other side, or, you know, somewhere here. Doesn't matter. Right now, we will work on this one. But that's all for you. That's all for what I wanted to show in this regard. Yeah, it will take a while. Yes, it will affect how things are treated here. But, you know, that's a different part. Stuff is burning, and we have our first candidates that are not doing absolutely anything. Yeah, it's almost empty. So it feels fine. You know what? I think that we can probably throw this out. So, yeah, let's do it. And that's this truck, yeah. It will unload. It will unload fully, which is fine. And that means one thing. Come on. And you are going back, so we have at least one truck that will be able to pick up from here. You're carrying another 10 tons, which will fit there barely. It will not fit there because, yeah, you guessed it. It will not fit there. So what I will do is I will simply send it to the distribution office right away. Because we do not need it. We can demolish this stuff. And there are 2 tons there. So come on, unload. And you're set to wait until unloaded. Which is not this is not something I want to throw out. I'm willing to do it with the rest of those. But not with this one. And then we'll, you know, finish it. Though to be fair, we can start. We can start because we have unloading spot. And I need the big one so I can feed into 2 heating plants. We probably cannot, and we can test it, like take a look at contour lines. We probably cannot do it like this. We can. So we will be able to just get somewhere inside. I was wondering if I will need a column there, like, you know, proper one. It looks like we do not. And yes, cableways can go across buildings. So that's cool. Now I will obviously need to branch in here. You're loaded. Okay, you go home. Simple as that, right? And you know what? You will let me know when this thing is empty, right? And yeah, we are missing crops. I am aware of that. By the way, these are our aluminum. We will need to do something about it in the future, not now. Fine. What we'll do is that we'll now start bringing down loading spots and, you know, other stuff. We can have this small storage, and it looking like it has multiple connections in the direction we need to take it. So that's what I will do. This is a fire station, so they can have an easy and clean access down here. So that's what I will actually give them. And they will have a very nice way in. F4, can we just expand like this? Yeah, we can. That's cool. I take it. And now we need 2 cableway loading station. We need only, you know, the small one because we are loading just one type of goods. So it means, yeah, it means something like this. Having a backup doesn't hurt, it feels. We definitely need to mirror this one, so it can actually, you know, just be aimed towards where we'll need it. Cool. Can we or can we not go down under? It feels like we can't. It's not too important. We can simply just, you know, go around. These things do not burn as far as I'm concerned, so. And it feels like we have a winner because there's just one column. Just one column needed. Very cool. I like it. We will also need an unloading station. Again, it's just a small one. They look very similar, I know. T? Yeah. That's the key I was in search of. So this is what we have right now. And I will do the back one just if I would need, you know, to have something like a delivery. This is loading. This is unloading. Just if I would need a truck drop off or something like that, yes, I can send them to there. But this one would probably be easier to connect. So that's what we'll do. And now it's about a light column. So we'll raise it like this, because that one will work. And now we'll need to connect these together. We have a footpath connection. That footpath is obviously not needed in a straight line. So that's why it will not be in a straight line. And we will do the same thing as we did before. Because we'll do this thing, and now, if we can pause this. Yeah, you can see we can connect. So that's cool. We can connect it right away and, you know, start it again. But before we start it again, we'll do the same test on the other side. So this one goes up. And now just a quick test. Can we get a connection? We can. So now we know. Now we know that it will work. And you can start the line again. This is what I absolutely love about cableways. That they are, you know, this easy to, you know, manipulate and reshuffle. Because that's the only way of transport for a realistic mode that can do this. And I really like it. We obviously need this for maintenance purposes, so that's what we'll have. And these two can get connected right away. Cool. So that's for the future, probably. We will also need some type of road here. So we should probably switch into a road. Yeah, feels like it. We're fine, we're cool, it works. We do have wires there, so that's absolutely doable. Oh, come on, go next to it. We're way too close here, so come on. Oh yeah, there's the wire. There's the cable going down. I was like, why can't we go around? We can't, because there's a wire. I know. I just realized. They are obviously not there and they are not seen, so that's why I was confused. Okay, hey, cool. We can leave it this. We can leave it like this. No big deal for now. Will I gravel this? Probably in the future. Yes, not now. because it's not needed to gravel these things up, so we'll keep it as it is. By the way, yeah, I just noticed this one would also love to have a friend, so now it has it, and we would be able to, you know, actually build this. So that's part of our master plan, and let's just finish the job here. Yeah, there's something has been burning, something has been ended. There are some rails finished and so on. I will need to check that out, but that's for another time. Let's do the important part. Big heating plant. Feels like it can get connected. Yeah, we can connect it right away. It will be a little awkward if we would need to give it a road access from the other side. Is this high enough? It feels like it is high enough. Not the lower one, the upper one, please. Because, by the way, we need to get those pipes as close to the city as possible. So, that's one heating plant. Mirror this. And I know that technically we do not need to care right now. Why it's not connected? Why it is not connected when it has been showing me that it can? Fuck off. I don't like when the game promises something and then nope, not deliver it. This one we can turn sideways. Yeah, then it will work much easier. And that's what we have. So, yep. Are we done? Probably. We might have another bus stop because I'm not sure that these will be, that these two will be, you know, connected in a way that we would appreciate it. I also have no idea where to, you know, put it in a way, in a sense of this crossroad. Well, I probably do. Might be this one. Because that's something I would really appreciate. Feels like we are going to have two bus routes going through here, because this will be something like a side stop. Like, absolutely. Because this one will turn, and these guys, yeah, there are footpaths. But they will connect right away. Go all the way through here. Yeah. And yep. They will get connected. This thing can get absolutely angled back like this. So we can connect this. This will be very easy. By the way, there will be some big containers. Yeah, there will be some big containers right here. These ones are absolutely enough. I'm positive about it. So that's where we are, and now we simply need to edge this around. Let's make the terrain a little less obnoxious, and there it will be. I know that this will need some type of, you know, water and so on. But that's for another time. These are the most crucial parts. So yeah, make it a little better looking. And that's where we are. And we can send in gravel guys right away. Do we want gravel or do we want prefabs? Well, prefabs are on the highway. But we should modernize these stretches of roads anyway in the future. Like all of those. Yeah, I know it's 1961, but in about 10 years it will start to matter. Let's stay with gravel for now. Yeah. We'll stay with gravel for now, and then we'll look into it. That's probably the better option anyway. And that's what we'll have, right? And for free, because those are from Liben, they are from, you know, from near us. So that's good. That's going to help. Low loyalty, low loyalty. Let's take a look at what they have done, and we'll probably cut it off there. Yeah, they have... Okay, they have finished this high priority rail, so we have at least one connection around Switek, and then they are moving on, so it means they are going through this rail, and that means they will end on the high priority route towards Smíchov, which is something I really want, because in terms of Rzeszowice, we're not nearly in the part that I would be able to just, start building the stuff. So I would be glad if I do not need to. That's all I can say about it. So rails through actually Smíchov and the old city would be fine. And then we can also start from the other side. That's one thing. Okay, what do we have next? Missing steel. Yeah. Why are we missing steel? Not anymore, because probably train was going for it. And if I remember correctly, yeah, we have these storages, as you can see. And yes, these guys are taking it to our vehicle plant. We have these two. I think that's absolutely fine. Obviously, those trucks from distribution offices has been taken out because they are not needed anymore. In terms of supplying this, because we have a lovely steel train. That's this one. I really like it. Cool. Yeah, diesel train. I forgot about it. I know. Will we do it? Will we do? We will do it. We'll have a drive-through at the end. Good. Really love it. Fine. Chimice. That's up here. Fine. We have a farm road. Not exactly, necessary, but hey. At least it's something. It is something. We can set them to do, some more roads, it feels like, because they are finishing some of these. And yeah, they are delivering concrete here. And that means for 7, we need to start working on the silo. We have this farm and this farm. Now, how are we going to manage crops harvest? In the future, I would really love to have more fields around here, which I can place in the meantime. But right now, there's only these two connected to a silo, and I don't think I need more. Well, yeah, we have this insane amount of distribution offices, probably not needed. So, I'll take a look at it, and we can divide these, like, one tractor per field is probably enough, so I will just start splitting them like water cells. Because, yeah, that's what we'll need. It will take a while, so I'm not doing it on stream. But this is something that I will do in the future. Right? Probably after the episode. So, that's one thing. Then here, and then here. And I will need to buy some harvesters, because that will take a while. Great. That's another thing. What is this? Where are we? Oh. What the? Okay. Go home. Who is blocking us? You guys? You are definitely not needed here. We do not need workers. We need it only... Oh, they will finish it anyway, right? Oh, because, yes, they are delivering to multiple offices. I understand now. Are they coming with... Yeah, they are coming with a roller. So, we definitely do not need workers to go onto these sites. So, please don't. Because I set them to auto-search for, smaller roads and such, and that was obviously a mistake. Not excluding workers. So, yeah, now I know. Shame on me. Crops missing, I know. This was the plastic waste. This was again the plastic waste. Last chance to buy. Yeah, that's fine. And I think that's where we end. Because now, yeah, the cutoff is coming closer, but it's nowhere near finished. And it is not needed in this episode. let them work on those wagons and so on, because we will need them in the future, but not now. And right now, I am going to send this train with hopefully all 10 wagons. Yeah, I did. No more of those. I will send this locomotive to this distribution office. We can take a look at it. It's not a problem. It's a lovely cistern train. I do like those, you know, mixed versions of those wagons, mixed colors. I will keep it this way. So, I hope you like it, because I definitely do. I wanted to take a screen, but, well, that was not a good thing. That was not a good moment for it, so... yeah. Now we are going, and... yeah, we can have a... I was like, we can have a lovely photo, and then the tree just photobombed it. Cool. That's what we have right now. We can let it run, and we will be able to set this office. It has nothing inside. So, let's name this. RDO is from English. It's Rail Distribution Office. Libeň is obviously where this thing is. And cisterns is in English, cisterny. It's in Czech. It's again the plural, so that's fine. What are these guys going to do? These guys will go to customs and they will be allowed to load. Not now, but they will be able to load in the future. Then they will be able to go to this station, because that's where it will also work. They will be able to load there. And I would like them to go here and unload when it's less than 50% full, because that means there's still like 700 tons, maybe even 40 is okay, because the train can be quite big, so that's okay. There's nothing like that here yet. The yet is important part. Yeah, it's high priority, but nobody is coming. That's a little sad. Why are you working on it? Yeah, because I told you to. I understand. So once this thing will get done, I will assign it as well. But well, they cannot access there because do we have so many high priorities, or are they just, you know, fucking murderers and they don't care? Yeah, they have 3. Okay, fair point. They have only 2 trains, so that's cool. This will be another one, and yeah, after they will build it, I will need the same thing here. Yeah, or we'll do. Okay, we can do trucks. We can do trucks from here. That's fair. So yeah, because taking the train from here is definitely not a good thing. And what else they will do is that they will finally start filling this guy. It's what do they have? They got fuel and they got bitumen. Again, 40% feels kind of okay. So they will be buying bitumen for now. And they will be buying fuel, obviously. Because yes, we now have distribution office. I even said it to do one of these things, but it's obviously not happening because there is no fuel and there has been no fuel to deliver. This also means that we can and will be able to set up future distribution of fuel and or oil from down here, which I intend to, but it will take a while. So that's fine, and probably even, you know, we'll be able to sell excess, maybe excess bitumen when we'll do the refinery, if we'll do it. So, but that's really for the future. Anyway, let's take a look where our train is. It's down here, and we can take a ride, and then I will set it up, and that's all for today's episode. So, enjoy the view, and have a nice day, and see you in the future. Bye bye. And we're here. So, set it up. Load bitumen and fuel. At Sriskov you can load liquid fertilizer. Maybe like when it's there at least 10%. Yeah, that's 150 tons, that feels fair. You unload here. And Caroline, you unload these two, because that's where we are, right? Is there any more spots that we need to do? We cannot do this one, because they are not able to return from there, because they have no, reverse. They would need to go all the way to Sriskov to return. That's not worth it. We have a direct train that does this job. And here we go. The first train goes for fuel. So enjoy. See you in the future. Bye bye.